Daredevil is back! Yeah, baby! Woo! I love Charlie Cox's Daredevil. The Netflix Daredevil series was absolutely amazing. While the campy dialogue in later editions made the universe a little bit more goofy, it was great to see the darker side of the MCU. All the corruption, the seedy underbelly of the superpowered society. Amazing. But this video isn't about the Marvel Netflix universe or any other Marvel properties that got thrown into the non-canon pit. This video is all about something that is quintessentially Netflix Daredevil, the hallway fight. We're gonna rank every one of Daredevil's hallway fights to honor his reappearance in the MCU in the recent She-Hulk episode. Now, what makes a hallway fight scene truly great? Choreography is super important in any fight scene. Isn't always as simple as cool martial arts equals good choreography. Choreography is a complex idea, but let's just say that bad choreography makes a fight feel clunky and contrived. Does it feel like these people are being told that they can't attack until the guy before them gets knocked out? Bad choreography. Next aspect, cohesion. How does the fight flow together? Does the action or tension stop abruptly with each cut? Does the sound design reflect the intensity of the hits? That's what we're talking about when we say cohesion. Our last aspect, and my favorite personally, has got to be camera work. Does the shot framing or focus immerse you into the fight in a way that makes it more intense? Or does it take it away? Cinematography is super important. But now that you know how I'm ranking, we're gonna get started. Number 1. Our first entry is gonna be the Defenders versus the Hand. This fight starts off with an admittedly pretty cool scene of Danny Rand taking on a full room of hand ninjas and eventually getting overwhelmed until Luke Cage shows up. We get this cool tag team moment until we get a weird hard cut away right as we've raised the stakes on the fight. The worst part of this fight is that there's some really cool choreography, but it gets completely overshadowed by poor camera work, leaving it out of focus. My main gripes though are that every single one of Jessica Jones' hits feel like they take place underwater. I don't know if it was slowed to match the music or the pacing, but every single hit feels like it came in at 2 miles per hour. It doesn't match the scene, it doesn't make sense, just poorly done. Not only that, but the side fight between Matt Murdock and Elektra completely breaks the pace of the fight. I'm sorry, but I've got to put it in last place. Choreography is 6.5 out of 10, cohesion's 5 out of 10, camera work 6.5 out of 10. We'll give it a 6.3. Next, Daredevil Season 3 hallway fight. This fight is an odd one because everything about it is amazing, but it just doesn't mesh together well. The choreography is really outstanding. You see Matt Murdock is just a blind lawyer in a WWE SmackDown no holds barred match. Every single part of the environment was just a weapon to be used, and they're all used to perfection in this one long take. But unlike in the Season 1 fight, the take is just too long. We get a near minute-long break in the tension, only for the fight to continue, but all the tension is just gone, and the scene falls short because of it. Now, personally, I'm a huge fan of one-take fight scenes. I think that they really show the flow of the fight well, but whenever you have so much time between action, that one take just feels like it's much too long. Choreography 9 out of 10, cohesion 4 out of 10, camera work 8.5 out of 10. It averages out to 7.2. Now, Daredevil Season 2. I really like this fight, but I can't find too much to say about it, if that makes sense. Daredevil has a chain strapped to his wrist and a gun taped to his hand because he was just kidnapped by the Punisher. And the sound design is mwah. Every single pistol whip and crack of the chain is gorgeous. The sound in this fight just immerses you so deep in a way that reminds me of the best of cinema. Kind of like that one moment in the Batman where Batman is just walking towards Cobblepot as his car is turned over, and you just hear the boots clack on the ground as he gets closer and closer, and Cobblepot starts freaking out. It's just, that's the kind of sound design that we're talking about here. Truly great. Now, we have our number 1, right? The coup de grace, the OG, we have Daredevil Season 1. Everything about this fight is just a perfection of what came after it. It's one long take with no cuts, even when it means we can't see the action. Usually that'd be a bad thing, but to make up for it, we have this absolutely impeccable sound design, so that even when we don't see the action, We're still immersed in the impacts of the fists, the crashing of glass, the groans of pain. It all paints a picture of the unseen violence outside of the camera's eye. Each and every single attack sounds visceral, sounds fatal in a way that just makes your skin crawl. Not to mention the choreography and how it changes. This is something that you don't see a lot of times in many action movies, except for I'd say John Wick, right? We see the fight start off quick-paced, and it feels like Matt Murdock is taking down each of these thugs at a near surgical display. But as he gets more tired, it stops being free-flow Arkham gameplay, and it turns more into Matt taking a breather in between each and every one, and then using a short burst of energy to take out that next opponent before he takes another break, huffing and puffing to just try and regain his breath. The exhaustion really sets in as Daredevil becomes more and more sloppy. You see the force of his own attacks send him back, and as he takes down his adversaries. This is the Daredevil hallway fight without any question. Choreography's a 9 out of 10, cohesion's a 9 out of 10, camera work's a 9 out of 10. We'll give it a 9.5. Now, I do have an honorable mention. Now that we've done our full ranking, I have to throw in the honorable mention before we wrap it all up. This one does not include Daredevil, but is in the Netflix Marvelverse, so I had to put it in here. Unlike the number one spot, this fight isn't one long take. It cuts the action up, but only to show the intricacies of the choreography to give us greater impact to attacks that wouldn't be there if we stayed in the last shot. It's the Punisher prison fight. The camera work really plays into the action. Every time we see Frank the Punisher take a big hit or just get rattled, the camera really starts shaking and becoming unstable, kind of showing us how Frank is feeling in this view of this fight. And it is a fight. It is a knockdown, drag-out prison fight where anything goes and everything happens. Hell, Punisher shanks a motherfucker in the nuts. Now, slow motion isn't something I'm usually into. Maybe I've seen too many Matrix movies, but in this scene, it's used to show choreography in a way that's unmatched. Every time we have Frank bobbing or doing an intricate takedown where we wouldn't see how his hands are moving or how he got out of the way of the attack, we use slow motion to truly show what the actor is doing in all of its subtlety. Not just that, but we also slow down the action when Frank delivers an especially vicious killing blow, like it's the last goon that you just took out in a wave of Arkham games. This one's complete perfection, 10 out of 10. All right, guys, that's the list. If you liked it and you want me to make more of this kind of content, leave a like and throw a list you want me to make in the comments below. If you didn't really like it and you want me to go back to the regular scaling videos, give me an anime or comics character, and I can do an in-depth scaling video based on the comments below. But most importantly, if you've watched the video up until now, you obviously fuck with the content. So go and make sure that you're subscribed to this channel for more in the future. Thanks for the views. Peace out.